Hi, this is Jacob Anderson, and today's video is going to be discussing tensioning the upper belt on your Shopsmith Mark V. This is the upper belt here we're talking about, Poly V in this case. They can stretch over time, so occasionally you'll have to tension the belt. You don't want too much tension or it can create overheating up here in the drive sleeve. But you don't want too little tension either, because it can slip across the drive sleeve and start shredding the belt, wearing the belt prematurely, and again causing more heat, but also losing power to your shafts if the belt is slipping. So you want to maintain a little bit of tension. There's two belts involved. The Poly V belt, like we have on this unit. The grooves are parallel to the side of the belt. And then there's the Gilmer style, which I call it like a tank tread. It's got the grooves going across the belt. So this applies to either one of them. So first off, you have to take your belt cover out of the way. You can do this very easily with the Mark V on your bench. Get the cover out of the way. And we're going to be working in this area right here. On most Mark V's, there's an Allen bolt right here you loosen. Don't have to touch this. Then you can use your screwdriver in this slot here and turn the eccentric bushing to create more tension. When you've got it to the right place, just simply tighten that back down, but not over tightening. I like to push in and just feel a very slight give in the belt, not even a 1/4 inch push, maybe an 1/8 of an inch is fine also. On a Poly V belt, if you end up needing more tension than getting up to this 90-degree place, then I consider the belt stretched. I don't really want to see this notch get way up in here. It's really maxed out when it's straight up. So anyway, once it gets past this point, I consider the belt kind of overstretched. But on the Gilmer style, this one here, you really end up starting off here. They're just a slightly longer belt. So the Gilmers quite often do have to be with the notch up in this range here. If you're down in here with a Gilmer, it's too slack and it can start jumping. While you're at it, make sure there's no cracks, no broken points in here, because this is kind of a fragile part of the casting. Don't over tighten it. You just basically want this so it's not vibrating out of position. Just snug enough, to prevent that movement. So some people crank them down and end up breaking this right here, so you don't want that. Now a variation on this is the old greenies, instead of a Allen bolt, have this two-sided hex bolt with this retainer on the oldest ones, which sits in here like this. And on those, the eccentric and idler shaft protrude a little farther out. So you just simply loosen that to be able to turn the eccentric. On the newer Mark V's, they have this as a retainer to keep these from pushing out. While you're at it, make sure that the idler is not extending too far out. It should be flush like this position here. Some of the newer ones have this retainer for the idler shaft as well. This is the newer eccentric. But most Mark V's have this style eccentric. And on that one, the idler can come loose and protrude, so you don't want that. It might be this set screw under here is loosened or stripped, allowing it to pop out. If you have this style retainer, I often take it out and put in a larger washer that covers the edge of the idler as well as the eccentric, replacing that washer there to make sure it can't slip out. So that's basically it. Just give yourself, you can feel it through the inspection hole here, just an 1/8 of an inch deflection or 1/4 inch max. Bring it up to give you that tension. snug this down so it doesn't work loose. Inspect things while you're at it. Now you can put the belt cover back in place and get back to work. I do repairs on these Shopsmith Mark Vs. I've done over 1,000 of them. I sell repair parts such as the belts, the bearings, other parts. I have publications. I have full repair DVDs that you can purchase through eBay or by calling me. This is my website's address. It tells you how to get a hold of me, my email address, my telephone. Lots of information about Shopsmiths as well as information about what I do. Thank you.